Hi, my name is Shawn Smith. I'm a sculptor, mostly in clay, but I also do other mediums, stone, steel, bronze, even some plaster castings. I'm really happy to be a part of the show called Voices with the master students from Azusa Pacific University. And I have a couple of pieces here. This will be my first show. I've been doing sculpture for 7 years now and mostly just sold on a contingency basis, people hiring me. So to actually have my work going out in public is a great privilege at this point. I feel very excited to start this new chapter in my artwork. My past trauma and struggles that I've dealt with through mental health issues and child with disability and working with people with disabilities has really influenced my work to a great degree in trying to give a voice to the people who get overlooked the most. I know that as a person who has a disability that what I struggle with is minimized and overlooked, and so to be able to then use my sculptures as my voice, I think allows me to truly say who I am and have people have to look, and hopefully it creates conversation. I'm not trying to tell people what to think as much as I want people to look at my work and say, wow, that makes me think of, or yeah, I struggle with that too, or wow, that was hard for me as well. And be willing to then talk to somebody else and look at what you're going through as normal, because we all struggle with something, just some of us are more willing to discuss it. And I'm glad that it's becoming more normalized to be able to say, for those of us who do struggle with mental health, that it's okay and it's just part of who I am. I started in ceramics 7 years ago as something to do art-wise. I had tried photography, I had tried painting, I had tried drawing, and none of them truly allowed me to express myself. And then as soon as I put my hands on clay, my inspiration, hands and ideas and heart and thoughts just started coming out. For somebody who's done a lot of little things, to then focus on this one thing and have your whole being invested in this one thing is a new experience for me. So even during this pandemic, I set up my studio at my house because I had to keep making, I had to keep creating. Having all the studios shut down didn't work for me, so I pulled pennies together to put together a home studio. But to be able to then express myself and do that, all of my sculptures have broken in some way, shape, or form. Not on purpose, but it just happens. This one has broken 5 or 6 times. The one behind me has broken a couple of times. Some of the pieces you can see where I've mended it, and that will be on purpose. And some of the pieces like these, you won't know that they've been mended, but being broken on the inside doesn't take away from the beauty. And also, even when your scars show and things like that, sometimes it makes you more beautiful and more approachable. So I hope you're able to see how I'm trying to show the beauty and the power in imperfection. I have been trying to find a part that really expresses the most, and eyes are very difficult to do, and I don't know that I honestly do them well, but hands really speak to me. And so I was going through researching artists and came across a gentleman named Bruce Nauman, who has some some famous sculptures. I believe they were in the National Gallery of Art and the Smithsonian even. And the expressiveness that he had through those hands inspired me to be able to say, yes, that's going to be expressive, more than enough to be able to say what I want to say and bring up conversations, because people use their hands in everyday conversations so much. I believe they're able to then identify with what hands are doing because we use them in our communication so much. The other artist I've studied a lot is Henry Moore. I struggle with fine motor skills, and so then being able to just embrace the imperfection in what I'm doing. I'm not an exact realistic artist. I'll never be able to be that, but that's part of who I am. So then having my pieces be imperfect, not be so detailed, allows me to embrace more of who I am. I have never met a stranger. I will talk to anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter to me what they look like, whether they're in a chair, whether they're 7 feet tall, whether they're 3 feet tall. I have friends who have broken bones syndrome, where they're in a chair because they can't go around. I have friends who are really big and people stare at them because they're so big. And people with disabilities, that with autism, and they don't understand what they're going through mentally. Like even at grocery stores, I identify, and to be able to go up to the parents and say, hey, it's okay. And so that has really inspired my art to be able to hopefully bring you into my art by saying, you're welcome here. I hope you see me so I can see you.